This is a funeral for the Nintendo 3DS version of the Netflix app. The Nintendo 3DS has gone from being a land of many streaming services to a dual-screen ghost town. Nintendo Video was a free streaming service for the 3DS that was shut down in 2015. The Hulu app for the 3DS was discontinued in 2019. And the YouTube app followed a few months later. And as of June 2021, Netflix is now gone. It's the circle of life. The Netflix app for the Wii U was also discontinued on the same day. And for some reason, there's still no Netflix on the Switch. But it's okay, we have Netflix at home. I'm sure one day, 10 years from now, I'll be making this video for the Switch version of Hulu. Netflix for the 3DS was launched in July 2011, almost exactly 10 years from the date of its shutdown. Netflix was transitioning from a mail-order DVD rental service to a streaming service that for some now seems impossible to live without. It hadn't been updated in quite some time, and it showed. It still featured the old Netflix logo, and they never got around to adding support for profiles. Remember the days before Netflix had profiles that separated your watch list and recommended shows and movies? So on the 3DS, you're only seeing the watch list and recommendations for the primary account owner. I swear that's not mine. I don't watch this stuff. This must be the wrong profile. This is what it looked like to watch Netflix on the 3DS. Honestly, it doesn't look terrible. David Lynch would be proud.
It's such a sadness that you think you've seen a film on your fucking telephone. Get real.
Well, hey, at least it's not a phone. On the technical side, the movies were streamed at 370 kilobytes per second in the H.263 codec at a resolution of 368 by 208, and you thought 240p was low. And as for the audio, it was encoded in mono. Even the original Game Boy supported stereo sound. Could you even imagine Netflix on the Game Boy? That would be kinda dope. Sadly, the app never really lived up to its full potential. Without support for 3D movies, which I think would have been a really cool use of the 3DS screen, it feels like a missed opportunity. The YouTube app never supported 3D either, but you can watch 3D videos on YouTube through the browser if you have the new 3DS, which, by the way, is still the most awkward name for a console ever. The new 3DS came out in 2014, and we still have to call it new? How about slightly less ancient 3DS? Even if I didn't personally use it that much, the form factor of the 3DS is fantastic for watching movies. The screen stands on its own like a laptop would, and the controls on the second screen don't get in the way of the content. But with no 3D support and an extremely small, low-resolution screen, there wasn't much going on for Netflix on the 3DS. Smartphones have been everywhere since the 3DS came out in 2011, and I would be very surprised if there was a smartphone being used even back then that had a lower quality screen than the 3DS. But still, it's the end of an era. The shutdown happened in two phases. First, they removed the ability to download the app in January 2021. The second phase, on June 30th, 2021, completely shut down the ability to use the app. The Netflix app was removed from Nintendo eShop on Wii U and Nintendo 3DS Family Systems on December 31st, 2020, and discontinued on June 30th, 2021. Thank you for your support of these applications over the years. You're welcome, Nintendo. In other words, after 10 years of service, Netflix can finally chill. I had to work that in. I know it's cringe. As fast as technology moves these days, Netflix on 3DS is one of those things that didn't really have a place in society 10 years after it launched. Still, many around the world have fond memories of it, and for that, it should be celebrated. I made a post on Reddit asking if anyone had any fond memories of the Netflix app, and I'll leave you with some of the responses. Shoost89 says, the best way to watch Irishmen. Rinmaru80 says, nope. Streaming services on 3DS were all kinda crap in my opinion. Nintendo Video was the only thing I have fond memories of. Nintendo also wanted to do 3D movies on 3DS, but we never got that. Not in any big way, at least. Mandalorian says, I used it all the time. I streamed Parks and Rec and The Office and fell asleep to it almost every night. The MGuy24 says, I only used it to watch Thor and Astro Boy. 0101 says, I never really used Netflix, but watching 3D YouTube videos was pretty awesome. No Power No Work says, I could not log in. Too bad, I am getting a 3DS again soon, and would have loved to have tried it out. While we're ultimately not really losing anything of value, it's a piece of history. It's a pairing of a popular portable console from the early 2010s and a streaming service that was really just starting to gain momentum. Thank you to everyone who replied, and thank you all for watching. I hope we can all one day be at peace again and find another platform to enjoy Netflix on.